nice to to be able to do this. I hope it gives somebody some idea, better ideas than mine. I'll give you just like a hint of things, and you can take it further. Okay, so there are three things that are most neglected and should not. And once the person becomes aware of it, he wonders, how could I ever have neglected such a thing? Breathing is neglected. Pretty important. Drinking is neglected. There's a way to drink. Eating is neglected. All these have been very much neglected, although our lives depend on them. We have not flexed their muscle. We can say, oh, this muscle, this path that goes up to my head, if I don't use it for a month, you can have it in a cast, not be able to use it. You sort of lose the ability. And that's just with a little of a month. Or even you can't even walk if you have a cast on too long. You lose the ability. So it is important, it's actually vital, it's important that we try to flex. We try to exchange. I can talk to a involuntary muscle. A very important point. All involuntary muscles have a time, it's like a window frame, to be voluntary. They have a window frame to be voluntary. So they can. We can, by flexing them at certain points. Breathing is one of them. When you breathe, don't just depend on something going into your mouth. Take it up to here, the endocrine system. There are tunnels, there's passageways all the way up in here. You don't use them, they get blocked. They get soft. They don't do what they're supposed to. You're not using them. Up in this area to get the air to flow. Don't make noise when you breathe in, and breathe in deeply. You can hold for a while and then breathe down. This, what it does, it takes not just air going in, filtering, and making the temperature change, but this goes up and it takes all kinds of signals, manners from the endocrine system, from the brain, and it can put it down in. So, once again, breathe in slowly but strong. And now, up, fill everything all the way down, and then up. That carbon dioxide that is now coming up from the lower parts, it is got messages all the way up. It's not just carbon dioxide. It's carbon dioxide with messages. And it's messaging everything. This is intercommunications. But it depends on the person. It doesn't depend on the lungs. It depends on the person's ability. And I'm saying flex every muscle. Don't neglect any muscle. See that? That muscle right there is the same mass, muscle mass, same type of muscle as the genital area. Mm. Direct connection. Direct connection. So from all the way down, from the bottom of your body, all the way up. Just flexing. The tongue. Now let's go to, that was breathing. So let's go to drinking. Now this is the good one. Water. Water is incredible. Water, when it's flowing, it's like the three planes, the three-dimensional planes, the X, Y, and Z planes. You can give it X, Y, and Z planes. You can say physical body plane, the mental body plane, the intellectual plane. All these planes, they exist. But they are not able to be consciously touched until they overlap. All three of them overlap, but from different directions. They only overlapped 1%. What you're seeing right now, what you're hearing right now, and if you could smell, what you're smelling, what you're tasting, is only 1% of your existence. Your existence is quite big. Yeah, your existence is quite big. So this water, it's RO water, so you have to put a little salt so that the minerals aren't dragged out of your body. And I put about 10 drops of fresh lemon juice, And then what I do, I'm not overacting. I'm telling you what I do. Why so much bother? Why so much bother? Well, I'll tell you. The stomach, if you don't tell it what to do, or if you don't give it any signals, it does what it wants to do. And the stomach, what it does, it's just programmed. First you give water to the intestines, then you give water to the kidneys, and then you give water to the skin. But it's hot now, and this skin needs a lot of sweating. Yeah, it needs a lot of sweating. So that sweating, I can impose on it just by drinking water and sucking on it like mad. And again, I'm sucking on it with all muscles. Not just up here, but with all muscles. I want to engage all my vital organs, all my involuntary organs. I want to connect with them. I want them to know that I know they're there, and I depend on them, and I love them. I want this loving exchange with them. So now, that drinking water, water has an incredible thing called cascading. When it cascades, it spins like dancing. You've got the three planes, right? The three dimensions coming in, and the three dimensions flow around, and when water is flowing. When it's stagnant, no, but when it's flowing, it has this flow like this, like a centrifugal force. All bad things out and all good things in. If I just drink water and let it fall down into my body, it doesn't have so much of this effect. But if I take the water, mm, that water is so wonderful. Yeah, I'm thinking that water is so wonderful. I know the esophagus doesn't collapse, but it's got muscles too. And all this tensing, it helps those muscles too. Don't think you're not tensing them, you know? This is like a total connection. So, breathing. Then we just went through drinking and eating. Eating. This tongue, from the tip to the back, it has connections from up to down. Starting from the tip of the tongue to the back of the tongue, all the way down. Your kidneys and everything are at the end. At the end of the tongue is where the kidneys are. And they're getting signals. Okay, I can't put my hand down in there, but I can surely move this tongue. And that tongue is moving down there. And you can also flex the muscles down there at the same time. But we're not without connection with our whole inner body. You know? It isn't just something else besides us. No. It is part of this family. Right? So I want to connect with it. Okay, so now we're on eating. Eating, okay. You can chew, but the best, and I tell you the best, are the molars. The molars are like electrical charging. You're charging your food with electricity. You chew, and you chew back and forth. Move these muscles. All these muscles are attached to your intestines. And we are electrical, you know. We are electrical. And this is a way to disconnect the electricity and connect the electricity. So just this. Is sending electrical charges. It brings up what they call the chi. It also makes the teeth strong. The roots of the teeth become stronger. The water drinking like I drink it, you won't believe it. Your mouth feels so clean. It feels so like somebody has gone in there and scrubbed it down and everything. The way of eating, you take that food, you chew it until there's nothing, to be else to be chewed. And you take that tongue and let it do its work. The tongue wants to take the food and suck out the taste. Right here is where the taste is going to come, but it's going to signal down here. You don't want to just put it in your mouth, let it fall down, The taste is here. And you want to wear this guy out. If you don't wear this guy out, he'll wear you out. He'll get you either in trouble or do something. But you wear him out. Make him work when he's supposed to work. Let him suck. Let him suck the food, suck the essence of the food out. That food, when going down here, is full of vitality. Why? Because all these, there's 500 Slavic glands. I hope I'm saying it right. The poor doctors that listen to me when I call this the scrotum. Okay, back to this. Okay, now, there's 500. And the most important are right back here. They're big, and they go straight up too. Hmm, very important, huh? A little bit of connection. You're eating, and your brain is sensing it, and it's also participating. And and oh, don't eat unless you love it. So you have to tell your stomach, I'm putting it in. I don't. Maybe I might not like the taste or something like that, but I love it. This is good for me. Mm, Give it that good taste, and the stomach's going to go. It's going to become enlivened. They want to enjoy. If you don't use these passages, if you don't use the air passages, they become blocked. If you don't use the water passages, if you don't use these muscles, they become smaller and they become weaker. Even the esophagus can become weaker. It has muscles in it. Try as best you can. When when you flex and you force them to work, they're happy. They're happy. The ability to hear. Try to hear, even in a very silent place. The ability to touch. Yeah, the ability to touch. Try to touch and feel things. The ability to see. The ability to taste, to smell. All these become weaker when you don't put attention to them. Senses are there to warn. Yeah, they're there to warn us. And they're also there to enjoy themselves. This is their enjoyment. Don't think they're not enjoying. They're enjoying. Your stomach is enjoying. When you eat right, it's enjoying. They are supporters of our enjoyment. The syllabic glands flow out of 500 small glands in the mouth when you use the muscle to show you're liking the taste and you want to suck it all out. You want to get the whole good taste out of it. The mood charges all the syllabic glands to work even more. Enliven it. Enliven it. Take a moment to hear. Don't just look at something. Penetrate while looking. Penetrate at them while looking at them. Don't just look and let something come in. No, my mind. I live in my mind, and my mind is a projector. I project my mind on them, and I want to know from them in my mind, not what light is projecting, but I want to know from them in my mind. I want to know from them in my mind what is going on. I want to know the message that is coming to this mind. Not that I'm just trying to get so many pictures of the outside. No, not like that. Yeah. Let's see, I do not want to miss anything. Let's see. Don't just throw down the food exercises. Make it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, connecting the organs. From top to bottom, connect the organs. I am saying this as full body workout. It will totally surprise the person. The whole body wants to enjoy. Flex the tongue to taste. The tongue is the same muscle as the genital in the opposite end and is directly connected. Flex it up, flex it down. This ties both together. You can have well satisfied upper portion of the body, but the lower portion, if it's unsatisfied, it's going to become sick. All muscles of the body need loving attention. I have to put attention to them. Not just the tongue having attention. Everybody has a lot of attention for the tongue, but not just the tongue. Every activity should be full of body participation. We're participating together. This automatically takes out all the body stress. Yeah, the body stress is taken out. Most important thread. It's like a thread through a necklace. Okay, we can put it. The involuntary muscles have a window of voluntary reactions. Okay? The involuntary muscles, they have a window. Are allowed a window to connect with us, to act voluntarily. And in their acting voluntarily, they can exchange love with us. Recognize it. It's a loving exchange between one part of your body and another part of your body. It's an important change. It's like handshaking time. Oh, I am recognizing the importance of you, my body, for individual life. I have to have the exchange. At that time, it needs loving exchange. If one thinks I am alone in this world at any time, only a fool rejects loving exchanges. He's rejecting the loving exchange of his own body. Our body is the coach. He's a backup for us. Yes, you can do it. Get out there. Or it tells you, not right now. It looks like I don't have any strength. You won't know this unless you're connected with it. There is absence of everything, but never absence of loving exchange. In time, differences, because of the different organs, they are different from us. This difference will disappear as unimportant when it's replaced by loving exchange. They have loving exchange. You'll look for that loving exchange. You'll feel that loving exchange. We will do it together. We're bound by loving exchange. This is our reciprocation. How can one walk around and not put attention to what's inside already? What I've already got. What is maintaining me? What helps me stand up? What helps me walk? What helps me smell? What helps me neglect it? No, I have to do everything that I can do to exchange with it. Well, now on the video it looks different, but this is my left side and this is my right side, okay? So now, I'm a man. So I take my man side and I'm going to cover the feminine side. So my feminine side, I'll grab it, I'll put it right here. I'll grab that muscle right there. That muscle right there, I'm going to grab it, okay? The thumb will stop you from going any further up, but it's also touching a very important part. And then you take your man side, doesn't matter, man or woman side, and there. Now, I'm going to go down, take a breath, come up, okay? Hard to do at the same time talk. Impossible. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a breath down. I'm pushing on here. I'm trying to flex that nerve right there. I'm trying to pull out all the stress in that nerve. That nerve is incredibly stressful. Then when you come up, out. Now we'll do the same. Both hands. But I'll tell you something. These hands, they get electrically charged bad. So do anything. Just touch water, but put some water. Better the ground, but I'm not on the ground, so put some water. Throw it off. Now, I'm going to move a little way. Yeah, I'm going to move a little way, but I want you to see how to do it nicely. Okay?